Since Syria's civil war began almost 3 years ago, there have been accusations that the Syrian government has butchered and killed its own people.
Well, now a UN fact-finding team says it has found what it calls massive evidence that the highest levels of the regime are responsible for war crimes. The UN Human Rights Chief didn't name Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, but she made it clear he's implicated.
This is the brutal reality of war in Syria. Regime forces were reportedly targeting a rebel base, but instead hit a market in the town of El-Bab near Aleppo, killing 20. Then there is the unseen violence. The United Nations Human Rights Commissioner Navi Pillay said the scale and viciousness of abuses in Syria almost defied belief. Her commission of inquiry found both sides had committed human rights violations, but those by the Syrian government were on a much greater scale.
They point to the fact that the evidence indicates responsibility at the highest level of government, including the head of state.
Rebels have also been implicated in war crimes, and some linked to Al-Qaeda has begun a reign of terror in areas they control. Ahead of planned peace talks, Navi Pillay has repeated her call to have the conflict referred to the International Criminal Court.
Accountability should be a key priority of the international community, and I want to make this point again and again as the Geneva II talks begin.
But she was careful to say she hadn't singled out Assad as a possible suspect.
Thank you for your statement, Your Excellency.
Damascus was quick to dismiss the claims.
She has been talking nonsense for a long time, and we don't listen to her.
The UN announcement comes as inspectors are removing Syria's chemical arsenal. But Pillay warned that efforts to destroy chemical weapons should not distract from the tens of thousands of deaths from conventional weapons. The civil war has killed an estimated 126,000 people.
Sigrid Kaag, head of a joint mission between the UN and the Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, says teams plan to carry the highly toxic chemicals to Syria's main Mediterranean port of Latakia. Kaag says with the help from other countries, ships would transport the agents outside Syria and bring them to a U.S. vessel specially equipped with a destruction facility. But security and fighting still remain major hurdles in the country.
Security remains a key challenge for all of us. As you know, the destruction of a chemical weapons program has never taken place under such challenging and dangerous conditions.
Kaag is calling on the Syrian government to provide support for the movement of chemical agents by her team.